Hello YouTube. In this video I want to talk about the being of light. This is another one of my personal experiences that really made me believe that we live in a multi-dimensional universe. Out of all of the strange things I've seen in my life, this one really made an impression on me. I don't know why, if that's because it happened when I was older or because of what it actually was that I had seen. It happened in early February 2005. Me and a friend of mine were driving to the electronics store to get some accessories for our computers. We were traveling on this kind of back road that connected the two sides of town in the area where we lived. It was about 6:30 at night, so it was dark out. There wasn't much on this road we were traveling on. A couple small apartment complexes, a lot of farms and farm fields, and a golf course at the very end of the road. There were no streetlights on this particular road, so it was quite a dark journey when you were traveling it at night. So as we were driving along just talking about this and that, we were coming upon this cluster of trees just ahead of us on the right. I had then noticed that there was this ball of light just passing back and forth over the trunks of the trees. I didn't think much about it at first. I thought it was maybe someone walking their dog, someone looking for something. It looked like someone had one of those big industrial flashlights just shining it across the trees. But as we got closer to this little wooded area, the ball of light left the trees. It crossed the road and went right over the hood of our car in front of the windshield. Only it wasn't a ball of light. It was shaped like a human being, a man, with large triangular wings on its back. It didn't seem to have any facial features or any distinguishable features at all. It was just composed of light. As it crossed over the hood of our car, it lit the whole interior of the vehicle up with a blue-white light, almost like there was a flash of lightning inside the car. On the other side of the road was nothing but a big empty field. And as this being hit the edge of the field, it looked like it just disappeared into this invisible doorway. Imagine seeing somebody dive headfirst through a window or a doorway. They would disappear headfirst, then their torso, then their legs, and then their feet. This is what this looked like. This being of light just flew, disappeared into a window, a portal, a doorway that we couldn't see. My friend gasped in surprise and asked me if I had just seen that. I asked him not to speak for a few moments because I was studying at that moment to be a certified hypnotist. So I was well aware of one person's words influencing another, mass hysteria, mass hallucination. So I just wanted to get my own story straight in my own mind to go over exactly what it was I had just seen. Once I did that, I asked him to explain what he had just witnessed. And he explained the same exact thing that I had seen, verbatim. We were in both shock and awe at what we had witnessed. And this experience absolutely convinced me that we are not alone in this universe. There are other things out there, perhaps all around us. Over the years, as I've thought about this experience, it also made me think about the concept of God and angels. We often think of these beings as being some mystical, strange creatures that live in some realm beyond the reality of science. But what if they're just interdimensional beings composed of light or energy? They wouldn't have to eat physical food like we do to sustain their bodies. And energy, never created, can never be destroyed, it lasts forever. So technically, these beings would be eternal. Now, I'm not saying I saw an angel or God. Personally, I don't know what it was, but it made me think. It made me think about a lot of different things and a lot of different concepts. It made me think, what if these beings are the ones who put us here? What if they're us and we're them? What if when the physical body perishes and dies and our soul leaves our physical body, that's what we become? As I spoke to a friend of mine once and we talked about this incident, and we kind of thought about human beings being the dragonfly nymph in the mud in the bottom of the pond, and then eventually it becomes the dragonfly, and it has this whole new world beyond the mud and the water of the pond that it spent so much of its life in. Maybe we're the dragonfly nymph. Maybe we're the children of these higher beings of light, and that's why we see them so often. Maybe they're just watching over us. Or maybe they're just aliens passing through. The theories are many, and we'll never really know. At least not while we're the nymph living in this world of rock, dirt, wood, and water. Whatever it was we saw that night, the being of light, definitely makes you think.